Okay, welcome everybody. This is another episode of Level Up Lounge. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit of everything. We're talking about a little bit of news of Capcom, um, our main topic about hidden gems, and the new League of PoE. They just had a massive update, so we're going to talk about our experience of the past, I'll say, to me, several hours of playing it. Yeah, first up, well, Capcom, not really Capcom, the creator or the game designer had, I'm going to be front with you, I'm not know how to pronounce it. Hitaki Itsuno, he's the major game designer um, that really started making, he did Street Fighter Capcom, or Street Fighter Alpha, Capcom versus SNK, Rival Schools, Power Stone, Dragon's Dogma, and Devil May Cry 2 5. A lot of people don't know. I mean, most of those, half of those are like fighting games. Power Stone is sort of like another iteration of like Super Smash Bros, but in a different, like, its own little realm, I guess. Dragon's Dogma is a just like another version of Skyrim, basically. Devil May Cry. Everybody knows Devil May Cry. It's just a hack and slash linear story game. Uh, but he has decided to resign from Capcom. No longer will be working on any future projects. Probably like Devil May Cry 6 will not happen anytime soon now. He decided to start a new studio because he wants to make something that he has always wanted to make. For example, I mean, like, look at these smaller companies. Long time ago, what was it, 2017 or earlier than that, we had a small company that made Hollow Knight, and their sequel is coming out next week called Hollow Knight or Silk Song. And that's a small company who has made millions of dollars of a small Kickstarter. And then you have Expedition 33, another small company that made a basically not to me it feels like a AAA game, but not from a AAA studio. So he is wanting to be the next person to make another AAA game from like a AA studio. um, it kind of shows you that people are slowly understanding. Um, it's not about being part of a huge corporation and to go out and make your own vision of a game that you've always wanted to create.
It can always be a hit and miss. Is taking that leap.
There's always that, and we've a lot of people have, sadly, it's done many times before. Um, man, to be, I hope hope it works out because I feel like we're in an era now where that smaller companies are making a difference on the gaming impact, um, especially this year, especially when like people like I think it's called Team Cherry made Hollow Knight, and they're making a sequel that it took a while, but they have no pressure. When you're a smaller company, you don't have the pressure on a big corporation to put a game out timely, which
Yeah.
when you're part of like companies like Activision or Xbox or PlayStation or Capcom, they have a timestamp and they expect nonetheless to having a game be out by that time. Um, I'm excited because if he has worked in those kind of games, it makes you wonder what kind of game he really is going to make. because those are very different games. You have fighting games, you have like a beat 'em up platformy multiplayer game, you have a Skyrim esque game, and then just a hack and slash linear story kind of game. So it makes you really wonder what kind of game it's going to be. Could it be like a Final Fantasy like expedition esque kind of game, you know? Or could it be something more?
And it could be like how we saw. I can't remember if what I think it was Summer Games where we had people that made Pokemon and all that showcased a whole different top notch looking game that no one expected them to be doing.
Oh, yeah, like
I don't remember what the name of it is.
Pow World?
Mm,
Or was there a different
Powerwell's a
another?
different company. I'm talking about the people that made Pokemon. That company. They're making they
Oh, you're right.
whatever that
Oh,
game was.
F- Game Freak
Yeah, Game Freak. There we go.
is making, yeah, they're making a game called Beast of Reincarnation.
That what it was.
Yeah, and it's it is a just it looks like it's gonna be like that like hack and slash story bit esque kind of game, which but also
Well, that's
had
a
bosses in it too. So that it shows you that these companies that did something for so long want to
yeah.
branch out and take the risk.
Yeah, it's just all depending, and it's also kind of like with real estate and anything in the world. Research what you want to do, research how to do it, and then just see how the it's working in the world. And pretty much kind of do like a string map and figure out what the best plan that may work, and then take your shot.
Yeah, it's that's a way I think people are just scared to take the shot because they feel very grounded and secure on the whatever, I don't know, it's they just feel secure in the corporation and knowing if I make this game what the company wants, will make it, and I 90% of the time won't lose your job, but you never know if the game tanks and it doesn't really make money at all, well you might be SOL.
Well, that and big companies have been known to take full credit or whatever
Oh, that is the big
said
one.
thing,
A
and
big, I think that's all these smaller companies. They know if they make a huge popular game, they'll be like they won't get the praise for it. It'll just be like, oh, Xbox did great for this first party game, hooray! And yeah,
especially if you spent years doing it and everything, you're like, okay, that kind of took that all out the window. So
yeah, for sure. I it's just
yeah, it's a definitely a circus trying to figure out the best stuff. So
right. Okay, uh, now I guess to us it was the fun part. It's probably the fun part to talk about because as much as we haven't put like a ton of hours into it, it is still fun to talk about PoE. uh so if you want, you can go ahead and take it away a little bit on the PoE too, because you're the big brain on this.
uh for most part, it's just seeing the changes to the skill tree, seeing what kind of what may have to work, what not. Even filling a guide, you sit there and you go, okay, why they pick this? Why not this? And kind of trying to finagle the thought process behind it. But it's seeing the changes to the tabs. I looked at a little bit of the
Oh my god, like the
merch.
stash tabs,
Yeah,
that was a change for me. I because I have, like we were talking earlier, the previous league, you said it was a small league. I don't know if anything of those kind of changes were made because visually the stash was different. I was like, oh, this is nice.
not for this one was different because well, you got the greater and perfect items now and such like that. So it was going to be different no matter what. But pretty much it's just, from what I could tell, it seems like it's two of them: the currency and the essence.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot of there's not. I mean, I don't know how much of it is there is, but I can tell there is definitely some quality of life changes for sure.
yes, yes. Um, but seeing that, I took a little bit look at the merchant tab thing where, which
Trade
that
tab.
was, yeah, which I'm still trying to understand. I think we got to still use the website until we get to hideout, because
Oh
I
right,
clicked on it and it was saying, because I was going to get something yesterday, I was like, oh, I'll go and get that. That can help a little bit. Plus, I want to try it out. And it was saying, oh, you got to have you, you don't have the state of the quest or something like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't follow, but
that makes sense. Yeah,
um,
that using the
different
trades.
setting.
Yeah, which I don't know. Maybe we overlooked it. I don't remember them saying anything about it, but it's
Yeah,
maybe that's
that,
on us.
as far
Because
as I know, they didn't, but it is what it is. Um, but
now
yes,
tell us about your because you've always been a sorcerer, dude, in any ARPG, and
for the most part.
how the changes from when we first played PoE 2 versus now.
I would say now with the infusion, it definitely makes it where using more than one spell is a lot more of a thought process, instead of going, oh, I'm just going to use fireball or I'm going to use spark or whatever. Usually it's the lightning or the cold skills that mainly get used for the most part damage wise. But with this infusion now, it makes where, okay, if I use this, then I can combine that essence, because the drop rate seems to be decent for the infusion, decent to optimize my damage towards my next attack. I don't know if you noticed last night me using my frost bomb a lot to get the cold infusion to either mix with my spark to make it cold and lightning going across the ground, or my
I
orb of
noticed it
lightning.
at time, and I was like, man, where the hell? I don't have any ice going on in my build or any
That's
cold,
what was going on.
and I was like, where's this coming from? It had to have been for you.
And when you saw it's like the ground looking all like white lines,
Yeah, yeah.
mostly that was the infusion in it.
Oh, that's
Or
cool.
some of the firestorm, or not firestorm, that's one's later skills, obviously. Still got to get to that to try that out. But the flame wall, I don't know if you noticed that one either. When I use my orb, I'd pick up the lightning one and I'll use it to have lightning infused inside the firewall.
I
So
didn't.
it would have been
I did
both.
notice a little bit of it.
So if you saw lightning crackling in it, that's what it was. It was doing both of them at the same time. So that's also a hell of a defense, or whatever. So just a fire, if they run through it, they're going to get hit with both of them, other than you shooting your lightning or whatever through.
That's pretty awesome.
So I would say, for most part, even though Deadeye is obviously top tier right now with a lot of players and a lot of people playing it, a lot of classes got, it seems like, doing a lot of stuff to what they want or whatever, whether it's using spells, whether it's using bows, minions. Hey, a lot
Oh,
of people love minions.
it's a very
Mixed
level-headed.
batch. Yes, and that's what they're aiming for, and this one's really cooking with that. Warrior, like, I mean, talked just a little bit ago, is kind of taking the hit right now still,
God, it's so
but
hard. It's not. I don't think it's the. It's a very slow process of getting to where you feel comfortable. I feel like it's gonna take probably another act to get where you
well,
want a warrior to be at, and
I could
until
I
you
could see it
get
being a year.
well, not that, not I mean like in the game, like get
Yeah,
the
no.
build going.
Yeah, okay.
Like I if I okay, so I think if I reach level 22, I think that's where it really will pop off because when I unlock volcanic fissures and then start using Warcry, it starts just there'll be just massive explosions going on. Because of everything triggering everything. One thing I don't really like the roar. What is it? The rolling slam. There's things that you have to hold to activate it. So like if you're holding your whatever, one of my mouse buttons to do the whole move, the rolling slam. If you just click it, you just do a slam. That's all.
Yeah, but
Um,
I think that's just a what
Skill
is
issue.
going on. Well, that, but I think
Oh
that's just
wow,
what
you asshole.
I think that's all you can do right now. So that's why they're like, okay, we can't do too much.
That's why some people say you can also use the earthquake or shocking totems, which I was been using. It did help a bit, but it's a process. The warrior build has I've always noticed from any game really. Well, not any game. I take that back. Just right now, people saying in the PUE community, warrior has been probably the toughest and slowest class to really do. Now,
I can
if you're
see that.
and if you're talking about freaking like Diablo, it's literally the class that everybody will use if you want to just one man everything, which is annoying. It should not be that way.
Yeah, unfortunately, but that's unfortunately what it's like.
But no,
So
you're gonna laugh at me. We got off. I know you went straight to bed. I stayed up,
uh,
watched someone play Twitch, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch them because they were playing. They were actually doing an ad for PoE2, and I decided, you know what? I guess I'll play PoE2 and start a Huntress. That's what triggered me. I was like, man, I like the gameplay of it. It looks really snappy. It looks fun. It just looked fun. And I didn't get to play it because it came out previously. So now I'm gonna probably try to work on getting a Huntress
it's
going.
just nothing.
Which
Nothing wrong with that.
the Huntress is not bad right now as is. Like I don't feel I don't feel like I can't handle myself. I can go in there and do like the part where you have to find the keys for the mausoleums, that part.
Oh yeah.
And then you face that one boss because he didn't realize his family's dead and blah blah blah. Well, I one shot that guy. But it was no problem. Like I don't know. Huntress is pretty sweet. I think. And you said from one website it was like 8% used or 0.8% used.
0.8 right now, going by
Holy.
PoE.Ninja. But like I said, right now it's the start of the league, so I'm not surprised. A lot of people are doing Deadeye.
Yeah,
So
we'll see the actual numbers. I feel like beginning of next week, because then
so,
you have the people who played the free weekend. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy the game." It made me like the game. I played it. I had a lot of fun, and I didn't get the chance to really hit that end game. And they're starving for it. They want to put more time into it. So they'll give them the opportunity to buy the game, and then more people will be trying on other characters and other builds and blah blah blah. And the people who play 24/7 will have that option to start a new character wherever that would be and rank those, put those numbers up higher.
well, that, but you got also everybody's figuring out, yeah, like doing the overpower class, but then like, okay, I want to play what I really want to play now that I've got currency coming in. So I don't know,
Yeah,
it varies.
that's probably one thing that people do. I didn't realize, like you said, currency. It makes you think like they probably picked what they already knew. Well, whatever class is going to be top tier, and shoot, that might be. Do you think that's sorcerer, or do you think? Oh wait, it's the ranger. We already said that the rangers.
Yeah, right.
Rangers probably top tier, and most people are probably playing that, and then they're going to build up. Even though some people don't like the ranger, they're going to play it just to get that currency going, and everything,
Yep.
and get all the certain weapons and certain gear, stockpile it in their stash, And
I say it happens every league, and it's a good plan to do because well, you need the stuff to be able to get your actual character going there. I think so. You're gonna do it.
right. And makes sense. I get it. I'm enjoying this league so far, and I will definitely put. I don't know. I'll probably put another 100 hours into it, to be honest, because I had 100 and some hours, not even touched the first league, and how all these changes are. It makes me like feel like what the other changes are for like the monk, or I've never played a sorcerer, so it makes me give me a chance to play the sorcerer because I'm using lightning for once. Actually, no, I didn't really use lightning on my monk. I started to, but I did the ice and the cold and stuff.
Yeah. So I say it's working, and like I was watching one of the streamers I have. He was started a sorcerer today just to do, and he was not even using lightning. He was using essence drain with contingency. I've never seen it used that way, and he's just going around and he's in at one right now just murdering everybody. I'm like,
That's cool.
well,
That that is what you want to see. You want to see someone use something that's not the ordinary, and
yep,
it functions and works. Like any build that you can think of, and I know PoE devs probably were thinking the same thing. They're like, if I can make a build with this class for this, and this, or this class doing any kind of iteration, we got to make it all contend with each other. Like if let's just say if they did like a PvP,
yeah.
that each class should hold up against each other with no issues. It should be just as at that point a skill issue if someone loses.
Oh, that and the other issue, and this is where I come into play, even on this, is just getting the understanding of how they're doing what they're doing. Because you can copy their stuff 1 to 1 all you want.
True.
It's using the stuff how it should be used or how they're using it to make it work.
You actually gotta understand the gameplay loop, or if you're not going by a game guide or something, a build guide, you gotta understand what the gameplay loop is for your character. Like, oh, I gotta if I'm facing a group of mobs, I need to set down some kind of defense, like your firewall kind of deal, and then actually use your DPS, and then if something goes to shit, you better have an escape plan after that.
Well, and that's why we kind of got a system. I don't know if think you noticed or not, where you're be
Oh,
more
I
of a
was
tank where
tanking. I was
while I
tanking
was
the.
sitting there throwing every defense I could to help, but also throwing us all my DPS at once at them.
That is one thing I noticed. Like, I felt very tanky, and it felt good because, like, for example, in like Diablo, I was playing what I felt like it was the druid, and times I didn't feel like a tank where the druid should have been more tanky. Like, I was building into being a tank, and it didn't work out. But just playing as the warrior and with the shield, which I never use a shield, never, and the stun function is so cool too.
Yeah, I feel weird using shields.
I do feel weird. It felt disgusting a little. I felt a little icky. But it was not it was I'm gonna leave the character there. I'll probably come back to it whenever
Yes,
I'm
I just
I'm yeah, I'll just come back to it. I like the Huntress right now. I'm digging the Huntress. Okay.
yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna be trying different other ones. So
Hey, at
this is
least
beginning of the 6 month league, so there is plenty and plenty of time.
we don't have 6 months.
That well, this is how long this league is going for. So you got 6 months to do it, whether you got other games or not.
I'm kidding. No, honestly, we're in a moment for me and you. We're in a moment where gaming kind of feels good. It's like we played the Battlefield beta, and it was to me, it was a great experience. It felt really good. And then like they know the changes with stuff that needs to happen, and I hope it happens at launch. But I'm glad that we have PoE 2 to drop their massive uh, update with the new league and everything. Because
Well, that
I've missed playing PoE 2. It's just that the new league didn't interest me, and I guess I wasn't paying attention about the Huntress, because I would have probably came back and played the Huntress, because I love playing new characters when they do get released. Which I was
yeah,
kind of bummed that Druid didn't come out, but
there's
they
reasons.
there's reasons why they didn't want to release the Druid, because one, there was a problem with the Druid. Um, what was it again? What was the problem with the
Animations.
animation? It was just
Yeah,
animations.
they're doing a lot of animations, which makes sense because well, it's a druid. He's supposed to be able to shape shift and all this
Freaking
other stuff.
yeah, shape shifting.
So
It's probably gonna be like the hardest
there
character
is a
to really
lot of it.
animate.
But I also want to know what the other four characters are. That now
Shh.
that we know there is going to be four other characters on release day.
So we got the druid. Oh, wait, there's 5 empty spots. We already know
Yep.
druid is one.
Yep.
I'm saying a necromancer.
That is possible. There could be. Well, it all varies because it's all depending on. Plus, I kind of want to know how much more is the skill tree going to change with those added in too.
Oh
Because
yeah.
yes, they're going to mix. It's got to be something that mix in with what's here.
Oh, has
So
it's been confirmed already
what?
of the other classes?
Yeah, if when you make a new
The,
character, if you go look
no,
at
no,
the
no, no. Like actual the names of the classes.
oh no, that there's nothing been said on that, far as I know. I think there's just theories on people can put together, but there is no 100%. This is what the only one's 100% is Druid. So
Well, they're saying this is, I guess, a theory. Obviously, the druid, a marauder, a templar,
okay,
assassin, and a gladiator. The marauder is associated with axes, likely a secondary strength class. A templar, a strength and intellect holy warrior class using flails. Assassin, a dexterity and intellect class focusing on daggers and traps. Druid, you know. Gladiator, a strength and dexterity class, likely using swords.
uh, the only one I could see possibly I would want to try if that's the case would be the assassin. That's the only thing that sounds interesting to me. Other than that, I don't know. It would suck
So,
if that is the case, because well, that means that a lot more warrior classes. But
what would be cool is if you're playing, let's just say like how we play, we we usually co-op a lot of things. So the Templar would be cool if it's a strength and intellect holy warrior class. Um, you can have some kind of like healing, actually be like some kind of like it gives you like a healing skill of some sort.
yeah,
That'd be sick. Gladiator, yeah, that'd be cool. Swords, neat. It'd be cool if they, yeah, focus on daggers and traps. Assassin, that'd be cool. But yeah, I don't know. I think this sounds cool. If that happens, kudos to them.
Nothing. I don't know. We will see more. I'm not going to say all that to me. I can see that, I guess, but it kind of it varies, I guess.
Right. But
So
yeah, we'll probably talk more and more on Diablo for the next few weeks. Just give your
update.
thoughts on how maps are, what our class is feeling like, are the bosses, Uber bosses, stuff like that. Yeah, it's one of those games that we like talking about. Um, and like giving updates on.
Oh yeah.
Next up, we're going to be talking about just a little tiny little segment called hidden gems. I thought about it, think it would be cool to talk about like some hidden gems, like some like top 3 hidden gem games that we've played that are very just not spoken about, um or just a lot of people don't give a lot of praise to, which we find that's really good, or a lot of people like and it still doesn't get talked about. um so for example, these are 3 hidden gems for me. Mine's gonna be Disney's Extreme Skateboard or Skate Adventures. I played this on the PS2. Do you remember this game? Do you know this game?
It does not ring any bells.
So you literally, it's Disney. You can
Right.
create your own little skater, but you can play also as other characters from Disney. So like uh, Toy Story characters like Woody, Buzz Lightyear. Um, I remember Lion King characters. Um, there's a lot of other characters. It's just been about 30, like 20 some years ago since I played it. So I still remember like the visual of it. It's gonna seem like it's like Tony Hawk and Skate, but like this came out too in that era, and they also had a great soundtrack. And there was customization to your character that you can do too. You had a bunch of unlockables. It was probably one of the most fun games that I played on the PS2 for me, honestly. More than like like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, to be honest.
God, I played that so damn much. That is not even funny how much I played of it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know certain things about it either. I think it was a couple of our friends in our streams that come in and out, and chit chat, and I hung out with them in person, but they didn't know that you can do a co-op portion of the game. You have to go to like specific places on the map, and you would go to like it's like a it kind of looks like a bathroom or a gas station or some kind of building, and then it'll show like a 2-person little bubble on the ground. You go up to it and you can enter co-op mode. Me and my cousin would do that all the time and wreak a lot of havoc.
Well, it's always
Yeah.
fun finding those little things out too.
Yeah, those things, I don't know how we found out. I think we literally were just playing the game and we found out. And let's be honest, I was at an age where I shouldn't have been playing that game.
Yeah, I think that's a normal. You play things that you should not be playing just because
Yeah,
you
but it's like,
can.
how do I put it? I was at an age that I understood things and such, you know. But
Yeah.
it's like telling my almost 4-year old, "Hey, let's play Grand Theft Auto. Oh, let's play Call of Duty or something." No, that is not in his, not for him, and not will be until like several years down the road.
Oh yeah. That's definitely for sure.
uh, Next up for me is Tarzan for the N64. Now, this is it's literally the like to me it was like the video game movie. And back then in my era, and I know in your era too, there were so many Disney movies, Disney shows, or anything that was just made into video games, which
Yeah.
was
Which they're trying
crazy.
to go back. They're trying to go back a little bit on that. Not video game fully wise, but using that same thought process with movies and TV shows and whatever else.
Yeah, which like what Bluey is like. one of those cartoons. It's great for kids, but if a parent wants to watch it too, it's great for the parents to watch too. Um, and they have a couple games out, and they're great for kids. To be honest, they probably do well. But no, like Tarzan, great game. You have the like these you would find in each section, like each chapter, I guess. You would have to find the Tarzan name. You have to find each letter through the jump puzzle or whatever. It's like it's a platformer. It's a platforming, side-scrolling platformer. Um,
Yeah.
it's and then they had some parts that had like little boss fights against the cheetah or what's his name at the very end of the game that he was going after the gorillas and the monkeys and everything.
I
Um,
can't remember that guy's name.
my favorite part of the game was just like in the movie when they did um the trash in the camp.
Oh, and doing their song and everything.
Yeah, yeah, it's just trash in the camp.
I can't remember if that was the name of it or not.
I think it was, but like you can
One
play
of the most
that
famous.
part in the game too, and just not that. Tarzan probably has one of the best Disney soundtracks. That's when
Um,
Phil Collins doing the whole album of Tarzan.
I don't know if I would put it as. I would say it's one of the best. Yes.
What other
It,
ones are pretty good? Like I mean, like
if you go by Disney, there's Hercules,
Hercules is good too. Yeah, I definitely would put that up there.
there's Aladdin. There,
Yeah,
a lot
like
of the older ones were good.
those three right there could be just tied for first. Let's just be honest. It's
Like,
there's no debate about it. And if someone says like, "Oh, what about Lion King?" Nah, that's like easy number 3. They have like what, 2 good songs, 3 good songs? Can You Feel the Night? I Just Want to Be King, and then the literally the intro song.
Intro is definitely the most known. I Want to Be King, I would say to be the second one, probably most known. Um, Sadly, I enjoyed Lion King 2 over the first one.
I kind of like Lion King 1.5.
Yeah, I tried that. I, I don't know.
It's all right.
They start they
I
started
like
throwing me off with those.
I like it because it's Timon and Pumbaa like telling the story
Yeah,
to
yeah.
uh Simba's daughter. Um um I'm just looking um up other like really good soundtrack. Mulan has like 2 good songs.
Yeah, it don't have a huge amount. It's good, but
Little Mermaid has like what, 1 2 songs. Pocahontas, not
that's
bad.
real known. Pocahontas is also another that's not heavily known. I say our generation knows it obviously, but if you go to the average one,
Yeah,
they're
the 3 we said are easy. One like, oh man,
more known.
the but like
I say
if I'm gonna say
Lion
like,
King's right up there, but
what was it?
yeah, I say Lion King's up there with being well known from our childhood and everything
I'll
with kids these days.
I'll give it number 2 because we have 3 that are in first place.
God damn it! Like, shut up! Try to throw a bone here.
um, my third game is I recently played it this year. Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap on Game Boy Advance.
I haven't played
It
that in so long.
If you do, I mean, the way I played it was through Nintendo Switch's little Game Boy Advance emulator. Oh my god, he's using an emulator, but through the Switch. Shut up. Um, the game's fantastic. Playing through it. It has a great story. It has um like your typical four main, well, five boss battles. It's it's really good at what it does. Like the progression of it, and like you trying to seek through it, like it makes me feel like I'm playing. I took how do I put this? I felt like I went back in time, obviously, but I'm playing like Breath of the Wild in the '90s, just
Yeah, I
because
can
of
get that.
like the you wander this way. Oh, this isn't the right way, so you go the other way. That's not the right way, and you finally found the right way. But then you fight these bosses. You can tell there's a lot of inspiration from this game that put into Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Like there's these small moments that you can tell they're like, hey, let's put this kind of boss fight and put it in the game of these newer ones. It's crazy to think that, and I don't know. I feel like this is a game that could, to me, get like a remaster, but like in the format of Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild for the Switch 2. That'd be sick. Um, I doubt it because I haven't seen a Game Boy Advance game in a very long time, other than like a Mario game, become a like a third person open world game, or in a like a cool ass remake style.
Right,
But
right.
there's my three hidden gems that I that's just pure nostalgia. The third one's not really nostalgia. It's just that I recently played it, and it keeps crossing my mind like how no one really talks about this game of a Zelda game, really, and it's really good.
Oh, it's an old style too. It's just like not Minute Cap, just because you were just saying that, damn it. Like Murata's Mask.
Oh, Majora's
That's
Mask.
yeah, Majora's. Sorry, that's a whole different thing. But that was a different route they took with doing a ton of puzzles and everything, which they implemented, of course, in Breath of the Wild and all that, different ways. But it's just different things they tried that back then worked very well.
Yeah, like I mean, like Majora's Mask. A lot of people dislike it just because of it's on a time limit, really, to beat the game.
Yeah,
Which
but it
I
makes
think that's what makes the game like one of a kind.
yeah, it makes you where you gotta really think what the hell you're doing. It's not for you just to go, okay, I want to just trot over here.
Nope, not
So
your typical Zelda game, really.
I haven't
But
played in a lot while, but I do own it. So
well, tell us about your adventures and your nostalgia. I know one of these. The others I don't remember for some reason.
you have to tell me what one, two, or
Number
three you
two.
knew. Two, okay, and that's also got a remake or whatever.
I think I'm
I haven't played it.
remaster really more than anything.
It was a remaster. What it was something done to it. I know it was for like the PS4, I think,
Yeah.
maybe five. I don't know. But my first one, and I played this a lot. My dad's the one that introduced it to me, whatever, when he found it, was Darkstone, which is a RPG style, kind of like PoE. Ha ha ha. But it is very similar to that. Just back then, it was single player. So you would have a town that you would do, and then you would go off
Oh
and
my god, it is.
yes, and it's to me still a fantastic game, even with all that. I'm still trying to figure out Nick get roundabouts to do it on Steam because unfortunately there's a lot of issues with it on Steam. But but I've thought about trying to emulate it or whatever just to play it again because I own it on Steam. I used to have it on disc, but you would go around, you would go do dungeons, you'll find better gear, better stuff to use. and slowly progress and learn the lore as you would go through all the different areas and such.
Listen, the game's
So,
$5 on Steam, worth a
yep.
shot.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of issues, and it's been known for a while. It's just I don't think they really put anything past that. So it's kind of like
You for
it's
the
what it is.
people who are just listening to the podcast, and this gives you an idea. You're at your pause menu. It gives you your level, your age, your all your stats and everything. Then you have your inventory. Your inventory is literally just like in PoE. You you have little boxes that equal like a map equals 4 boxes, but you have a your inventory is a 6 by 6 or 6 by 5 box. Then your character has like the obviously your body armor, your sword, whatever weapon you're using, 2 rings or 4 rings, I guess you can use, and then a helmet, an amulet, actually 2 different amulets. Then you can put different things on your down below of that would be your mana, your stamina, your health pots, uh, scrolls, which I would think identify
That's where
certain
your map.
items. Oh,
Well, no, the scrolls were mainly, if I remember correctly, because it has been quite a while. Scrolls were your skills.
first
So
of
it'll
all,
be
I'm seeing food in an inventory too.
yep, yep. You had to use food. It had all the types of different
Right there,
things thrown in.
food, life, mana. Holy crap!
It is
This
definitely one I would recommend to anybody that has not played it that likes ARPGs. It's an old style game. You have to deal with the graphics. So if that's an issue, I'm sorry. There's no way around it. Even with updating the graphics, without remaking the game, it won't work. You can't. It's like them taking how they remastered San Andreas. It looks like garbage to me compared to the old one.
well,
So
at that point, it needs a remake.
yes, it needs a
it needs
full
a
remake.
full remake, really. Especially
Which
to be honest, any PS1, you have to do a full remake. Like for example, on remakes, I know we just talked about this. Um, a lot of people aren't playing the new Metal Gear Solid 3 game because it's exactly the same game.
yeah, it is.
No, like literally people put a frame by frame sequence up. It's the exact same. It's just higher
It's
resolution, looks better, 4K, whatever resolution you're playing at. They have a
It is
mode
got
that
the
you,
graphics better.
yeah, graphics is just better. I mean, that's cool, yeah, but like I'll just I'll just pull out the freaking PS2 if I'm gonna play.
Oh yeah, I'd have to buy 3 games. I don't have that. The only one I have is the original one.
I have I only have the second one, which is Liberty of Son of Liberty or Liberty of Sons or something.
I think it was Son of Liberties.
I'm not a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. I played some of them. It's just
It was decent.
there's other games that piqued my interest. For example, Resident Evil. Resident Evil in that era just trumps a lot of things for me. Same goes
Yeah,
for like people who play like Silent Hill. It probably trumps some of those
I don't have
games.
I don't have this game on here, but this is another ARPG that I loved playing during the PS2. Did you ever play Champions of Norath?
Champions of Wrath. Wow. I just type in champion. Oh, I don't think I played it, but I seen
It's
people.
another one that is just good that's been out over with it and everything. Did a lot of the same stuff or had the same fundamentals, but this one you had skills introduced into it and stuff like that, like a little tree type thing that they tried doing.
This is pretty sick.
So that's another one I would love to get play again. I haven't played that in a long time, and
I
if I'm
see
not
this game. Probably look. I have not seen this at our local game store at all.
No, it is still
Super hard to get, I
it.
bet.
It is hard to get and it is expensive.
It is
Even
expensive, depending on however you look at it.
well, yes, compared to being an old game from that was made in 2004, that is a PS2. I think it's sells usually about
Jesus
$30 or
Christ.
more.
A graded factory sealed one for
Like 200.
$220.
Ooh, I was close.
Hey, this
Well,
ain't our
factory.
first time. This isn't our first time around the block. When we see a
No,
game that's hard to find, you instantly know it's
it's like
yeah,
trying to get Tumba. Try to get the first Tumba.
that's your fault, not my problem.
That game is hard as hell to get, let alone get one that's factory sealed. You're gonna play even more. But yeah, so that's another one that would go with Darkstone. It's definitely the same style, just more later in the years. Definitely another one that's kind of, I'll say that's an honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Fair enough.
um, so that was my first. The second one, like you said, it was remastered for the most part. I never really looked into it, but I didn't have PS4 really for the most part, and when I did, I didn't even look into it either. So I don't know.
I think we were at our local game store and we saw that they had it in the PS4 version.
Uh, I don't remember. All I knew, only reason I knew there was a remaster because of it was during one of like Gamescom or something. I don't know which one. They did a small little in talk thing where it was showing a little bit and you hear the laugh. I'm like, holy shit. But it was medieval. Medieval. I'm sorry. I always say medieval, but if I you try looking up that way, you won't find it. It took me forever to figure out how the hell to spell it and find the right one because if it's spelled weird.
Not even a Steam port either.
Nope, unfortunately, and I'm
I
hoping
looked. I
hoping
was
for
like,
that.
maybe there's a Steam port.
Oh, I've kept
No.
my eye out. I'm hoping maybe with kind of PlayStation sort of somewhat coming on board now and everything with the sharing that it may show up here soon. As soon as it does, I'm
Oh,
buying it.
your third one. I didn't realize there's. Oh, I did not realize that. Continue. Sorry.
That's what you mean when we get to it then.
Yep.
But medieval is another AR. You'll know some of my three different ones, which I have many, obviously, like you. I'm actually now looking at it. They're kind of all ARPG style.
I was gonna say they are very similar.
I'm just now realizing that. I'm like, oh well, I guess I've enjoyed this as a kid.
This was in
But
my blood from birth.
yeah, so this one was dealing more. You're a undead skeleton, or wherever, and it's more of a comedy style way. There's a number of funny parts and all that, but you're kind of going through. The is a story driven. You're going from point A to point B. There's no like regular ARPGs where you can kind of go wherever direction it works. This is kind of straightforward for the most part, but it's
I
been a while, so I don't have full memory of how the story went or anything like that. But
What's funny is
I remember a boxing scene.
I put this game at the same style of like the days of Ratchet and Clank, like
Yep,
early Ratchet and Clank, and
yep.
like Jack and Daxter,
And I skipped
and
all that for this.
and well, those were like PS2. This came out on PS1. You said
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But soon I got a PS2. I was able to get a PS2 thanks to my dad and everything, but it was still very limited because, well,
It just
just how it
reminds
was.
me of a funny, like just hack and slash and like
Yep, like I
dumb.
said there was near. I think it's 3/4 in. I'm not 100%, so someone can watch someone's gameplay because I guarantee it's somewhere out there.
Wait, there's a second one.
Uh, yes, I don't know how good it was. I never got into that. I
Not really
never,
seeing much.
I haven't. It's been a long time, so I want to say it wasn't that good, but I really don't know, and I never really looked into it more to see if it was good. I just remember how good the first one was, and I enjoyed it. Um, but I think it's like 3/4 the way in that, or closer to the end. There's a boxing scene that you have to box someone wherever, and you're taking random body parts that you go look for because you're just a head on a. I think you were like a head on your hand or whatever, running around trying to find the stuff.
That is
And
so stupid.
it's so dumb, but it's hilarious. You're like, what the fuck? So, but that was one of the things you could do to kind of go through little cracks to check areas or whatever, is put your head on a Roman hand or whatever and take control of that hand. Like uh, you could think of from Adam's Family, the thing, little hand, but you just stick your head on it and go with that. So definitely a funny game. I would say it's even good for even kids these days to play it. But it's not real gory. It's not bad for the most part compared
Wait a
to
minute. Wait, just a
these games.
while ago, you just said you just called the hand the hand.
Yeah.
It's the thing.
Yeah, I'm saying from the Adam Family, the thing, the hand thing.
Oh, okay. I was see. I was just when you said it
Yeah, no.
like that, I was just like the hand from Adam's Family is called thing.
Yeah, thing.
uh,
So,
that's funny. See, these are like good like classics. Like I don't. It's hard to. I get what they do for remakes and remasters is for these people like kids. Hopefully, like kids at our age or kids, our kids that were that when we were their age to witness these games that were really good, you know,
oh
just
yeah, and
because they
hell,
are good.
they're running out of ideas. It seems like with a lot of different games, remake a lot of these. Yes, some people may be upset about it, but at the same time, you're like, I would love to use Final Fantasy VII for a very good example. It is worth it if you do it right.
Really,
So
no
I
joke.
would say Darkstone would be a perfect one. I would love to be remade. Loved it. If it came back and then like we remade this, it may not be 100% like how it was, but it's got same features and everything. Sign me up.
Sign me up. It's for example, like it's funny right now. Jasper's been playing my son. He's been playing the emulators of like 64 in the Game Boy Advance, and he's been playing it's a banjo and kazooie or tui.
Probably Tui. Well, if it's the emulator, it might be Kazooie.
Well, it's the N64, so that's banjo kazooie.
Yes, that's right.
Banjo and Kazooie, he's been loving and playing it. You know,
Well,
I've been doing most of the things for him, the harder parts, but I mean, he's enjoying like the world, the atmosphere, the funny characters, what they're doing, the music, It's those things that hit for us when we were kids, and it's funny as it's doing the same to him.
oh yeah.
But he is his father's son. He's been he's going to be raised properly than all these other peasant children.
Talking about my kids fucking on Minecraft trying to do coding shit to it. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I'm lost.
Well, listen. You put him in that Minecraft world. He just dug himself a hole.
And doing all types of stuff. He's got where he's want to do a little more coding stuff on him. He wants to do that. I'll sit here and try to learn a little bit and try to see if I can understand it. I don't know
Uh,
if I can.
hey, if he's that's
But
what he if he's enjoying it and doing it, holy crap, he has. To be honest, he has a part of the gaming community working for possibly some kind of game company or making his own game in the future, which is
possibly or something.
which is possible.
But so that'd be my second. I said very funny game. My third one. It has been a long time since I've seen or played at all, and it's Legacy of Kain, the Blood Omen version. There's different Legacy of Kain games,
Yep.
and this one came for the PS1. I remember playing this a lot. This is about you being a vampire. It's a little more gorier type game, but you're a vampire and you're going around and you're pretty much taking the blood from your enemies and everything as you're going. I don't think any of them were like humans or whatever. I think it was all monster based, but again, it has been a very hot minute since I've even looked at it. But I tried thinking of old games that I played a good amount, and this is only 3 of the list I had. So it
So
was definitely different.
this is more of a it's a third person just hack and slash story game, I guess. Really.
For the most part, yeah.
So
Kind of like medieval, just more serious and everything like that.
so the one that I think I played, I mean, the version I played, the one that I played of the Legacy of Kain is the Soul Reaver one,
Yep,
which
yep, that'll be the other one.
I think that's like the most popular one of them. And yeah,
I would say yeah.
this is the one I played. This one's pretty sick, man. I forgot about this game.
There is, if you look up Legacy of Kain, there's 8 Legacy of
Dang, it's on Steam too.
Kain games. So I don't think they're like
That's
a
remaster.
story or lore thing. I think there's kind of different, possibly, but yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like how we talked about last week. Black Myth is making like all their kind of like sequels, but I feel like they're kind of separate from each other at some at parts, you know. Um,
yeah.
but like this is the Legacy of Kain. Like there's like different things. I see what you're saying. I
I
do.
see they remastered Soul Reaver 1 and 2 for
Yeah,
probably PlayStation.
yeah, I saw that too. I was like, oh, sick.
I'd have to look at it and see how it looks, because you're taking a 1999 at 2001 2001 games to pretty much 23 years later to remastered. I don't think that's going to look very well.
It honestly, I'm looking at it. It doesn't look that bad.
Let's just click it.
Yeah,
I would say, actually, the remaster kind of reminds me of like a kind of like RuneScape in a way, like the newer this generation RuneScape that's out right now, not the classic.
I see where. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
That's what it
sort of.
reminds me of. That and kind of like a little bit of old style WoW.
Yeah,
I don't know. That'd be good.
but yeah, those man, those are your choices are. I knew one of them was going to be on there. The medieval.
Mm. I thought
Yeah,
about putting Breath of Fire on there.
yeah, that's the other one. I'm surprised I didn't see on there because every time we find the game, we're like, man, I really want to buy it, but I'm not spending
I
that
don't.
money.
I don't want to spend $50 right now. And that's just for the disc only. That's with the disc in a generic case. That you don't get the book or anything. It's just like fuck.
So I know we probably already dabbled in it, but what makes these games so great to us and get little to no love as they should be shown in the gaming communities? Like some people are probably gonna be like, oh man, I remember those games, but I don't hear anything other people talking about them. They're not like your Final Fantasies. Is it just because like some games have that like one series and then took off and then it's like driven into your skull being a fan favorite? Like for example, people are like FF6 to all the way to like now, like or fan favorites. and you got like the games, these hidden gems that we got that are like not talked about at all.
I don't know. It's kind of hard because a lot of it also goes with the generations now. A lot of people unfortunately go with graphics. And that's the biggest issue is oh the graphics suck or this or her and they can't get around that that aspect. So if they could get past that, their horizon would open dramatically with all these older games.
Not just, I mean, yeah, that is part of it too, but also like people are have a specific art style,
Yep.
like, and like, I mean, I'm open to any type kind of art style. It's because certain art styles are been part of that world or it defines that world, the atmosphere, and like for example, Pokemon has changed drastically. It became little pixelated little guys, little sprouts, and then it eventually evolved into like a 3D animated character now.
Yeah.
It's changed, and personally, I mean, I like it, but then I don't like it. If I'm gonna like, for example, the reason why I haven't played Pokemon Pearl and Diamond remastered or remake, whatever it is, I have the Shining Diamond or whatever it's called, Brilliant Diamond. That's what it is. I haven't played it because it's a 3D. It's like a 3D sprout instead of like a pixelated sprout of the character, and it does that art style just doesn't work for me. I don't think.
That makes sense.
And also, it's my least favorite generation of Pokemon. So yeah,
I can understand that.
but no, like I feel like every game deserves love, and I mean, all these you never know. We could be talking about this now, and tomorrow they'll be like Nintendo Switch is making Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap remake, or they'll come out with a. You never know. We'll hear from like PlayStation having one of their experience, like whatever their the little uh events they do or whatever, to say, oh, we're making a Darkstone remake that you never known, especially in this day and age. Like there's so many games that can be remake, and some people are have to throw the bone out there to have someone just take a bite out of it.
Oh yeah. I say it'll be it'll be good seeing a lot of them. A lot of the could kind of heck, a lot of the companies could go around, go ask in the community, think this would be something you looking into or whatever. But heck, how ARPGs are now these days, a lot of them could be remade, and no one real. A lot of people wouldn't realize it until it's made, or oh, there was one originally.
and
It's
and to be honest, like this is just three of our picks, and these are our picks. They're not the defining hidden gems of video games. Like some people will not classify my Zelda game a hidden gem because it's probably pretty popular just because of the Legend of Zelda title. Like
yeah.
there's a Mario game. Uh, what is it called? It's a Mario game, but it has like the as you're gonna laugh. So how Expedition 33 has like the turn-based stuff, there is a Mario game with Mario and Luigi that does a turn-based kind of style, but you can also jump to dodge the enemy attacks and jump on their heads or something to deal like a parry damage. It's actually cool, and I
Huh.
think that is a very uh, hidden uh, gem of a game. think it's Mario Superstar Saga. Yeah, I think that is it. Yeah, it's that. And it was on the Game Boy Advance as well. That's another one that's really very not favorited of the Mario community, I guess. I know put a question down here saying when did we play these games? I just read it wrong. I thought it said, did we play these games? I
Did we?
Yeah, we obviously did play these games. When did we play these games? Well, like I stated, my Disney Extreme Skate Adventure game and Tarzan game was literally when it released back in the 90s, or God, the Disney game was probably early 2000s. It
Okay.
was 2003 for the Disney game. The Tarzan, I'm pretty sure, was
I think that's a 90.
um definitely in the 90s. I think it was like 99. Yeah, 99. Oh, I just remembered. And then I played Minish Cap literally this year, and it's very underwhelmed.
Very underwhelmed.
And I'm assuming you played all these literally back when they released.
Yeah, this is roughly around in the early so just before 2000 to early 2000s. It definitely varied.
Let's see. Darkstone was 99. Holy.
A lot of them probably between
98 for Medieval.
yeah, I say probably between when I was 10 to 13 range is when I was really when I played them.
96 for Blood Omen. Jesus. I was 3 years old.
What's up, baby?
I was a baby. Uh, what were your favorite things about each game? Oh, each game? Ooh. The Disney
I would say
game was the soundtrack. Tarzan was reliving the movie through the game. Minish Cap was literally the little funny mechanic that's in the game with your cap and the boss fights. Those are my favorite things about each of those games.
and like I said, for me, it's just it kept me interested. It didn't change. I enjoyed all just playing it, and I if it was like how it is today, where you can kind of see how long you played games, I probably at least with probably Darkstone for the most out of the three, I probably had over 500 hours in that game. I played that so dang much. I couldn't even honestly put a time on it. I just know I played it way too much. But it's just what I had, so it's what I enjoyed.
Now, would you go back this day and play each and every one of them?
Oh yeah,
Yes. That is a like
hands
on
down.
that is like a dumb. I mean, I'm the one who put these questions down, but it's like if someone asked me it personally, I'm like, you're stupid. Yes. Why would it be on my list? Of course I would go back and play it. Like if I played Minish Cap back then, and then someone like Heroes or some time said, "Hey, you should play Minish Cap." Oh, I played that game back in the day. That's a fantastic Zelda game. No wonder there were so many references and things that I noticed in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Like they took so much inspiration from the game. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
yes, the reason why we put these games on the list is because they speak volumes to us.
So much volume.
Um, if we do come back to these games, do you really think it's a hidden gem and think it's a great game, or is it just the nostalgia feeling? It's all of it.
Yeah, I would say it's kind of like a
It's
mixture.
it's literally all of it. One, it's a hidden gem because I don't see a lot of people talking about it or people bringing it up. Um, and it's a great game because it is, obviously we wouldn't put it on the list if it wasn't a great game. I don't think. Um, and it is a nostalgia feeling. Even though I played Minish Cap so recently, it still gives me the feeling of nostalgia just because it was a game that's from the past.
Right. That's yeah. I would say it's just a mix of both, but a lot of it deals with what's still even coming out to this day.
Yeah,
Something that has not died. It's just constantly being changed.
like for example, I this year, I played Final Fantasy VII for the first time, and I played part of Final Fantasy VIII. I and lu-
Yeah.
Luckily,
I
I still remember where I left off. That's the good part. That
for
means
now.
that means the game is still in there. Like I know where I left off, so it's like
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing. It's one of those things I remember where I left off. So I when I go back, I don't feel like I'm lost. You know what I mean? I don't know how to put it.
Yeah.
It's not left my memory. Like I have plans to still beat it. That's like if let's just say if I was playing something else and I'm like, this is terrible. I'm not gonna force myself. I'll forget it. Um, do these games deserve a remake and to get some love from the gaming community? Well, we already talked about this. A lot of these games I feel like could get a remake and it could do very well. For example, we talked about Darkstone, Blood Omen, maybe, and I don't know about Medieval just because it, something happened to it getting like a remaster for PS4 or something. But like,
Yeah, I need to look at that because the remaster may work with that one because that one was a cheesy game as it was.
yeah, Dark Zone could be a very cool game getting a complete remake, to be honest. Um, Tarzan wouldn't work very well because, well, one, Tarzan's not really irrelevant right now in Disney, just because
Yeah.
it's just the Disney movies so old. Now, for example, the Disney Extreme Skate game could be a thing because they're making so many more Disney characters and
I
Disney
guess
movies for the kids and stuff. So it's like they could make another version of this and add all those older characters and reinvest in graphics and
I would
put
say
in
they could see.
soundtracks and stuff.
Yeah, I could say they could see how it could how they brought that. They're bringing the Skate Kings back or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
they can see how that goes, and if it goes good, then go that route. But if not, then it's like, is it really worth it? Is it really going to bring anybody over at that point?
I
Because
think
he's what's in it.
I look into it and just play with Jasper and my nephews and niece with it.
Yeah,
Um, Minish Cap, it could get a overhaul remake and make it just as a cool world as if it's Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. And
yeah,
then
that one I can see.
and I think all of these games do deserve some love. I think people need to the people who play retro games and have love for specific games should just make content of it, put it out there, and show other people who are other retro gamers that haven't played those games and to make them feel a little interested and give it a shot. That's why I like all everybody who recommends games to me. I mean, I usually put it on the list and I do get to it, and sometimes I don't.
Yeah, all varies.
I mean, to me, it does vary.
And so
Sometimes
you only do so much.
I can only do so much, or other things that I've already had on my list that are on the horizon or are already set in plan. So not changing that. But like for
Yeah,
example, I didn't know what to play, so I was like, you know what? someone recommended Minish Cap literally that same night or whatever. We started it up, started playing Minish Cap, played it through. Great game. Probably top 5 Zelda games.
That's something I thought about playing again. And like I said, I haven't done it, and it's been a while since I've looked into Zelda. So, but I know it's definitely one out there that a lot of people do look at. So it's
Right.
not really a shock.
um, yeah, that that pretty much sums up the hidden gems. If you guys find hidden gems, let us know in the comments. Tell us what your favorite games are that are not super popular that you think that deserve a lot of love. I would like to see what other people experience, other games that you would recommend to other people that we've never tried. Because we're in a world that I think there's not a lot of sharing of other people's gaming experiences, and I
And there's
think
so
it should
many
be
out
out there.
there.
Yeah, that's true. No kidding. Well, that sums it up for today's episode. Hope you guys have a good time, and we will catch you on the next one.